making this right. I have no idea what you're walking into.
And so, the plot thickens. What it is, what it do, you guys? It's your boy Captain Informer here to review yet another extraordinary episode of Lovecraft Country, Episode 9, Rewind 1921. That's right, you guessed it. This may be my favorite episode yet. And I'm getting tired of saying that because quite literally almost each sequential episode beats the last in some way or another. It's becoming quite problematic, especially since next week is the season finale and I have a feeling it's going to mess me up emotionally, psychologically, hell, spiritually, I don't even know. However, what I do know is I'm going to need you all to help me break this down the only way I know how, and you can help me do that by hitting that subscribe button and giving this video a like. And shout out to my Lovecraft Country viewers on the Facebook group. And be sure to stick around because I'm definitely diving into some theory videos or predictions for season 2, which I know you're not gonna want to miss out on. Okay, so I know a lot of us were a bit more than perturbed about the fact that Dee was being terrorized by a curse that Police Chief Lancaster put on her, and none of the adults came to her aid. I was pleased to see them address this right at the start of the episode and take full accountability for their neglect, which I think sheds some light on a broader issue in our community as a whole. As adults, a lot of us dismiss the problems of the children in our life and deem them trivial until it explodes into something much more. Part of Dee's curse was the inability to tell anyone about it, which illustrates the inability for kids to communicate exactly what they're going through or how they're feeling, due to possibly being chastised or mocked for it. Anyways, they soon arrive to the conclusion that they need Christina's help to rid the curse, and Ruby is confident Christina will help Dee for her. The spell is locked in place by Lancaster's magic, so it's a bit beyond Christina's abilities when they ask her for her help. Without the pages from the Book of Names, which was lost in the fires of 1921, Diana will die. The blood of Dee's closest relative would allow Christina to quell the curse from spreading for a short time, which leads Montrose revealing to Atticus that he may be George's son. I don't know about you, but I'm so done with this seesawing of Atticus and Montrose's relationship. One episode they're up, the next they hate each other again, which I feel speaks on yet another very common issue in our community as well, regarding generational trauma. In the midst of this emotional dispute, Hippolyta makes her grand entrance asking if something is wrong with her daughter. Oh, so look what the multi-dimensional time-splitting machine dragged in. After a short moment or two of stunting on the whole group about her long duration of traveling to different dimensions, she arrives to the plan of them all going back to Tulsa in 1921 to retrieve the Book of Names. This was a highly emotional experience for literally everyone involved, specifically Montrose, who we've come to realize has buried a lot of his demons on this particular day of his life. The first instance of this is when they arrive outside Montrose's old house to see his father brutally beating him for wearing his brother's corsage in his ear, something Granddad Freeman didn't find masculine enough. It wasn't an easy scene to watch for a variety of reasons, but what was even more unnerving was when present-day Montrose says he deserved it, indicating he still holds onto so much self-loathing about his sexuality even in his mature age. Montrose eventually disappears for what we later find out was to save his friend or first romantic interest as a boy. Atticus goes in pursuit of him while Letty is tasked with retrieving the Book of Names from Atticus's mother's house. She ends up being able to do this only after convincing Nana Hattie that she's from the future and needs the Book of Names to save their family friend and potentially the life of her great-grandson. Nana ends up giving her the book, and realizing her and her family's fate was to die there, Letty, still invulnerable, stays with her in her final moments in a super emotional scene. Meanwhile, Atticus pleads with Montrose to not try and save his friend, as that might disrupt the timeline and, more importantly, jeopardize the existence of himself. They unfortunately have to watch as Montrose's friend Thomas gets shot in the head right in front of him, a fate he would have also received if George and Dora didn't arrive just in time to help save him. Montrose recalls a stranger with a bat eventually saving all three of them, as they were massively outnumbered, and in a grand twist, Atticus unintentionally stumbles upon a bat on the ground. Bro, the moment his foot touched that bat, all I could think of was,
Atticus, go ahead and whoop
And that's exactly what my man did. This was a great scene. A glorious scene. Definitely has to have made my top 5 list of best scenes in the show so far. After delivering that much awaited I gotcha kid line, it was about time they split and got back to their own time with the Book of Names. And while I couldn't have said more great things about the scene where Letty walks back to the portal with the book, can anyone tell me why this girl had no sense of urgency today? Like, she spent the majority of the show just sprinting from point A to point B, and now of all times she's got to, like, what, practice her angles? Anyways, they eventually make it, and thank God, because Hippolyta seemed to be running on fumes. She damn near turned Super Saiyan Blue out here. Which was pretty sick, not gonna lie. But like I stated previously, extraordinary episode with an abundance of amazing scenes. I don't even feel like I got to them all. Things are sure to hit the fan in the finale, as after they heal D, Atticus must fulfill his end of the bargain and come back to Ardham with Christina on the autumnal equinox, pretty much to help her fulfill her spell that will grant her immortality and kill Atticus. We are definitely not letting that go down, and I definitely feel like my girl Gia is going to come in clutch and save our boy. Definitely don't forget to leave a like, share this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you all next week for the season finale.